Herein is a presentation of our brother and friend of humanity, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was a German physicist well known for delving into the nature of space and time. He developed the theory of relativity, as well as the equation E=mc², which, if used constructively, could have contributed to a utopian age of man in our understanding and use of energy, and which also shows that ultimately all things resolve into pure energy, and that we can tear down the illusion of mass from our minds. Towards the end of Einstein's life, his goal and ambition was to develop a unified field theory which would explain all phenomena of life, and also unify his theory of relativity with quantum physics, a goal which he strived towards until he passed over into spirit in the year 1955. Previous to his life as Albert Einstein, he also lived the life of Friedrich Heinrich Jacobi during the Age of Enlightenment. Jacobi was a philosopher who was known for coining the term nihilism, or the absence of purpose and meaning in life, and this was the main fault he found in the philosophy of his peers. In his own approach to understanding, he used a system he called faith or belief in revelation. He found in his quest to realize objective truth, the systematic and logical approach to understanding things didn't allow for anything besides the immediate truth of the five senses, and he felt belief, or faith, was the only way to realize objective and abstract truth. Through his works, Jacobi also explored the relationship between the ideal enlightened individual and his relationship to society. After passing over into spirit in 1955, Jacobi is expressing from the inner planes of light on the scientific and spiritual plane of Eros, which is connected through frequency relationship with the other 6 planes of Unarius. He is still actively engaged in the positive future and betterment of all mankind. Many things have changed for this being since he has crossed over to the inner planes of light, in that he now sees clearly some of the missing elements in his expression while living as an earth person, which missing element was spirit, and the true knowledge that we are all spiritual beings. Through the channelship of the moderator and Uriel while they were incarnated in earth bodies, he was able to transfer his thoughts into their minds, and thus, many of the things that Einstein left out of his science while on the earth world are now contained within the vast library of Unarius. In this endeavor of bringing true knowledge of spirit into the earth worlds, he is never alone, but always assisted by countless numbers of the Unarius Brotherhood, which is directed by the hierarchy, the leaders and great teachers of Unarius. From the timeless and spaceless worlds of the inner, Jacobi has been working towards some key scientific advancements which will be important and vital to our current age, the age of Aquarius. This has been a work of love and great personal overcoming. One of the great projects he's been involved in is called the Cosmic Generator, which will be a device that can tap into the interdimensional and infinite nature of energy. This technology will be instituted on our Earth world once the Earthman sees no other alternative which is capable of generating the vast amounts of power needed for our current civilization. This great generator is exactly like a miniature sun, functioning as an ultra-high frequency vortex in perpetual motion. It will not need to be very large, but will be circular in shape with rods protruding on all sides. It will take this interdimensional energy, demodulate it, and transfer such energy to receivers placed anywhere around the world, wirelessly. As such, it will replace our current ways of generating energy through crude oil and coal, nuclear fission and fusion plants, which have proved to be very destructive and elemental ways of obtaining power. This new device will be in attunement and harmony with nature and all of infinite creation, and thus a great step up for the Earth consciousness. Besides his work on the cosmic centrifuge from the inner worlds of light, he has been diligently working on and has completed a time clock device which can be compared to an encyclopedia, however would more closely resemble a television. A function of this device is that it can tune into any past, present, or future event as long as you have the time and place which you are trying to view. This device can and will be used for healing, in that as people are able to tune into and view past episodes that they have been involved in from their many past lives lived, they will realize the cause of their present problems, and through objectification and rectification, healing will result. Not only that, but the masses of people will finally know the truth of their great history. that Earth's history of civilizations extends back even 1,000,000 years, and throughout it all the great beings of the hierarchy and brothers of Unarius have continuously incarnated onto our planet, over and over relentlessly bringing love and spirit to the primitive minds of the Earth people. Through his significant past and present works and achievements in life, I feel that the soul has earned a place within all of our hearts. Even while the whole world praised him for his intelligence and his works, he remained humble. With science, his goal was never to amass great wealth or fame, but to raise the consciousness and understanding of mankind. While I speak these words, he is still at it in the inner worlds, helping make our lives better and advancing the cause of spirit. We will let this presentation stand for what it is, a great love and appreciation for the dear soul Jacobi, for his past and present works and endless toils to advance and progress the nature of life. And as Jacobi never works alone from the inner planes of life, this is also a token of love and gratitude to the entire brotherhood of Unarius. So without further ado, please tune in and enjoy with me the following conversation, which was clairvoyantly received through mental transmission, a discussion between our teacher Uriel and our brother Jacobi about the time clock device.